Alright guys, hey what's up? This is Alberto aka Destroyer 48. Welcome to Pro Wrestling Classic. I might change the name later on, we'll see what happens. Um and aka subscribe for food, ha ha ha. Today I'm gonna be doing this will be my first video doing of my favorite wrestler, the Great Muta. Not Hulk Hogan, not Ric Flair, not Sting. My favorite wrestler is the Great Muta. The new channel, my first video, like I said again, so we're gonna jump into it. The Great Muta. I know I researched on him some. I know he started like in other territories, but the first time I saw him was on Jim Crockett's NWA, I believe. It's kind of tell you the truth, I saw him more afterwards, but I know he had started in NWA, almost transitioning to WCW. He was brought in by Gary Hart. Sorry. First of all, Great Muta is a Japanese wrestler. You know him for the face paint, all that. I'm gonna talk to him more, but he was brought in by Gary Hart. I think, as part of the Tex Corporation, which is gonna be come along with Terry Funk, and I know later they tag with a Dragon Master later on. So just like a lot of wrestlers, Gary Hart brings Muta, the Great Muta, as a threat to the other wrestlers. Everybody's championship is at stake. Beware of this guy. Uh, and I think I did say his debut in Jim Crockett Promotions NWA. I think I saw it. Like, it's gonna be your typical thing. He goes in and he's gonna beat up his first wimp wrestler. He's gonna do the Moon's gonna do the chop. He's gonna do some kicks, and then he's gonna do some spinning kicks, and he uses a green mist to his advantage. But he usually uses a green mist on the tougher opponents. Maybe in the wimpy wrestlers, he might do it if he just wants to prove a point or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't remember too much about that, but I am gonna tell you what I remember. Um, the really cool thing I remember about Great Muta on WCW, I think it was Jim Ross. He goes, he has 60 victories in a row, undefeated. That's really cool because I saw Great Muta. I'm like, he's cool, and then he's undefeated. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. He's doing it right. Um, I saw him. I saw somewhere he was supposed to, in a pay per view. I don't know which one it was. I think there's a Tennessee Showdown or something like that. He was supposed to face the Junkyard Dog, and for some reason the Junkyard Dog didn't show up, so they put him to wrestle somebody else. I don't know what it was. It was probably a nobody. And I remember here this match where he's supposed to wrestle Junkyard Dog, and they threw him against somebody, probably nobody good. I know that. I know it wasn't a big star. I think it's the first time I saw the other wrestler was outside the ring, and Muda would put his hands on the rope from the inside and jump all the way outside on a body splash and splash his opponent on the outside. I was like, wow, wow, that's what I'm talking about. As far as I know, this has to be maybe 88 or 9. As far as I know, a lot of wrestlers didn't do that. They didn't do that. And oh my gosh, I am sorry, I forgot. Like the first Wimpy guy he fought, no, you know what? I want to say Muda used the moonsault. He used the moonsault as a finisher, but in that one, I think he was so new, he didn't have the moonsault yet. I don't, or he didn't do it. I don't know why. Because I did see in a earlier, because he was in a promotion earlier. I don't know which one it was, and he went by different names. I think one was White Ninja or something like that, and he did the moonsault. I believe the first time, one of the first ones. Um, but getting back to now, like going back to the first Wimpy guy he fought, I don't even think he used the moonsault. I think he just kicked him and then just pinned him. I saw it's on YouTube. Yeah, if I y'all think I'm misinformed, let me know. But back to the match where the Junkyard Dog was supposed to show up. Wow, what a letdown would have been, man. Junkyard Dog is a big star. He's always been a star. I think he was already past his prime and he was still a star. I think he had just finished his WWF run and maybe they probably let him go and he came to NWA. So yeah, like I was saying, Muda jumps over the rope and lands on this guy. The guy's in the outside and he just splashes on. Pretty cool. And some, if you do it correctly, I think Muda did it. He landed on him and then he stood up. I mean, man, because if he, I mean, that's just gravity there, man. I mean, if he just jumped on him and then landed with his knees and hands, that's not going to be good for Great Muta. That's a serious risk of getting injured, and you're even going to injure the other guy really bad. Um, so Muda's gonna get an easy win there, easy night for him. He wins there. Now we're gonna move on. Uh, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure he he wrestled other stars, but the biggest star he's gonna face is Sting. Now Sting is the world television title at this time. To be honest, I don't know who he took it from. I'm gonna guess Mike Rotunda. I think Mike Rotunda was a TV title, but I'm not sure. It could have been somebody else. I'm pretty sure it was somebody else. I am not sure. All I know is Sting has a TV title, and I think this match is on YouTube. Muta wrestles Sting for the TV title, and Muta wins the TV title by some kind of controversy. I don't remember what it was. And when I was younger, I didn't see that match either. I started watching afterwards, so everything I'm watching, trying to find is on YouTube now. So that's what I use YouTube for. I'm like, if I'm like that wrestler had the title, who did he win it from? Where I have to look it up, or something like that. And maybe I'm doing a bad job because I don't remember who Sting won the title for. No, I'm not doing a bad job because I'm going with a great move. That's Sting. I can always go to Wikipedia, look it up, or go look at YouTube on Sting, but we're not Sting yet. We're on the Great Muta. So, anyways, Great Muta, yeah, he beat Sting for the TV title. I know it was under controversial reasons. I don't remember why. I think I only saw it once. So now the Great Muta is undefeated, and now he has a TV title, and he's still managed by Gary Hart, and he is part of a stable with Terry Funk. I believe they bring Terry Funk in. Now the thing I don't remember exactly is when does a Dragon Master come in, but I do know some parts with Dragon. I think Dragon Master, he teamed with like a 6-man tag team match. He did that. And I will bring up the Dragon Master again. So Muta just won the TV title. So he has to defend his title. And I don't know how long he holds it. I hope he held it 9 months, but I don't remember. To me, it's like every day that, I don't want him to lose his title. He's my favorite wrestler. I don't even know if the Great Muta was my favorite wrestler then, but I know now he's my favorite wrestler. I don't know how long he holds it. I have to look it up. It could be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months. I hope it's 9 months because he's awesome. And then I know that his corporation starts battling with the Four Horsemen because the Four Horsemen are reassembled. That's when they bring Ric Flair's here, Arn Anderson comes in, and Ole Anderson, and Tully doesn't come back because he failed the drug test kind of deal, and they are not going to let Tully Blanchard back in. I could say more about that, but now we're thinking about the Great Muta right now. So they're battling them. So I think they figure Great Muta's Tex Corporation, and Arn Anderson with the Four Horsemen. Why don't we put? They're gonna wrestle each other, and one of the matches has to be Arn Anderson for the with the Great Muta, and yeah, they're gonna wrestle each other, and it's gonna be a title match. I know I say a lot. I don't remember a lot of things, but a lot of stuff like I didn't see it because I started watching it after those things happened. But I do remember this. Arn Anderson wrestles a Great Muta title match, and they're wrestling, and then Arn Anderson defeats Muta with a DDT and then pins him the 1, 2, 3. Now we got a new TV champion. We got Arn Anderson. I think Muta's gonna have some. I don't know. He might have some matches with Sting or Flair and stuff like that. Um. Then we got um, Muta is involved with the Starcade, the tournaments. I don't know if they're Iron Man tournaments or there's some kind of tournaments. And he loses. That I'm gonna go with the tournament, I guess. All right, let's see. Let's go with the tag team just so we can get the overall feeling of it. It's I believe it's Doom is in the tag team tournament. It's tag team and singles. Doom's in the tag team. Road Warriors a tag team. Steiners and a Samoan SWAT team. That's it. And then for the singles, it's gonna be the Great Muta, which is an honor, I guess. He's gonna wrestle with Sting, Flair, and Lex Luger. Now, I don't know what match is in order, but I believe Muta wrestled Lex Luger. It's a disqualification or something like that. I don't remember. I think Luger's a bad guy. I'm not sure. Then Muta wrestles Sting. Sting beats him. And then Muta wrestles Flair, and then he loses to Flair. Remember, the Great Muta was undefeated, and then to this time he lost like 2 or 3 times in a row. If you 3 times, if you count the disqualification, a loss. Jim Cornette talks about this, and he says that that's the reason why the Great Muta he leaves. He leaves WCW, and he goes back to Japan. I think he goes back to Japan. My thing about the Great Muta is he's TV champion. Was it racist that they didn't allow him to get U.S. title shots or world title shots? He could have been U.S. champion. And he could have been world champion. They should at least had him world champion. So we can give WCW an international flavor. I disagree with WCW. They always had Ric Flair as champion. It gets repetitious and it gets tiring. It gets boring. You need to have Flair lose more. You can fine do that where he wins the title a whole bunch of times, but he needs to lose. He needs fierce competition. Um, Getting back to our subject, Muta, our wrestler. Um, I remember there's another tournament, like a world tournament, tag team tournament. Oh, by the way, in the Iron Man, the Steiners won the tournament. But with Muda, he gets in another tournament. I love these tag team tournaments. I love tag teams. Muda tagged with some Japanese guy. I don't remember who it was. Mr. Saito, or maybe I think it was him. Fat Japanese wrestler. I don't remember too much about the match. I don't think I saw it. Maybe I think I saw highlights of it. I would have loved to see that match. I think they faced the Steiners. They're gonna lose, but Muda and Saito, they're gonna. If it's Saito, they're gonna lose for sure. I remember him in that. Unfortunately, I don't know a lot about his Japanese fights. I think he actually I looked up a little bit in the past, and I saw Great Muta wrestle Hogan in Japan. I think Hogan beats him, which I kind of don't like. I don't like Hogan. He just flexes. I don't think he has any talent. All he has is his size. That's all he has. Flexing and all that crap is boring. Great Muta does flips and kicks and all that, and Great Muta's way better than him. Great Muta should have had Hulk Hogan's spot have all those championships. I don't think the American people like it because they were more patriotic back then in the '80s and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you what I saw because I didn't research a lot of stuff in Japan. I know he probably won a triple crown over there in Japan. I don't know how many times. For probably New Japan Wrestling. I don't know about All Japan Wrestling. Then I'm gonna talk more about what I saw because when Muta was over here, Muta does come back. Oh my gosh! I just remembered. Thank goodness. There is a match between Great Muta and Brett Armstrong, one of the Armstrong brothers, son of Bullet Bob Armstrong. I don't say Bullet Bob Armstrong's name that much, so wow. Thank goodness I do these videos now because I used to not talk to anybody about wrestling. Nobody likes it, but I do. Um, Muta versus Brad Armstrong. It's you gotta, I don't know what it's called, but you gotta pin the guy like 3 times or something like that, or who gets the most falls, something like that. Uh, Brad Armstrong is really underrated. At one time they were pushing him, but they didn't push him for some reason, probably because of his size. But he's a really good wrestler. He faces Muta, and I think Muta gets all the pins he wants to win the match, and Brad Armstrong doesn't even get one pin, so Muta wins that. And I think Muta comes in as a baby face. He's a good guy. Then the next I remember the Great Muta is he wins the, I don't know how, I think Flair leaves or I don't know what, but they're gonna do a tournament and the Japanese have one of our belts or they have the NWA belt. And Muta's gonna get that in. I think it's an NWA belt. I'm not sure, but he wins a world championship finally. That has to do with us. Um, and I think maybe Chono got the belt first, and then they had some series over there. I don't know how many matches, 2 or 3, whatever. And then I think Muta he he loses like twice to Chono or something, and then finally, I'm hearing this from WCW, like from Jim Ross report or whatever. And I think Jim Ross says Muta at the 3rd time finally beat Chono for the belt. He brings it, and he brings that belt over here. I think it's the NWA belt. He brings it over here, and I believe there's a pay-per-view, and Lex Luger beats him for the belt, or Barry Windham. I don't know. I'm sorry, folks. This has been a while. So that happened, but he loses the belt to either Lex Luger or Barry Windham. I think it was Lex Luger. Or there was a match where Muta fought Lex Luger, and I think it was, I don't remember. I remember Lex Luger beat Muta, but I don't know if it was for the belt or not. I remember that's something I remember. But again, either Lex Luger or Barry Windham took the belt away from Muta, so Muta doesn't have the belt anymore. Let me go back. I forgot something. With the Tex Corp, I need to talk about this. I think it was a Halloween Havoc. There's a cage match. And I'm going to go back to the Four Horsemen Tex Corp feud. It's a Halloween Havoc. They have a cage match. Once again, it's going to be Flair and Sting versus Muta and Terry Funk. And I think it's a towel match. They have Gary Hart on Muta and Terry Funk's corner. Gary Hart has a towel, and then Ole Anderson has a towel for Sting and Flair. And it's really cool because the cage match, there's actually a fire that went off, and then Muta went up with his mist and he blew it out. And you have the match, and then Bruno Sammartino is a referee. The match is very entertaining. They hit Funk a lot of times. Funk starts crawling out or whatever, like real quick. It looks funny, and they at the end of the day, at the end of the battle, man. I mean, it was good. I liked it. It was a very good match. They're even swinging off the. There's a rope. They're swinging off, and I think the fence is electrocuted. It's electrified on top, and then Terry Funk was up there somehow. He was stuck in a rope or I don't know what, and and they're swinging up there, hanging in the cages or something. Great Muta touches the thing and he gets the top of the cage. He gets electrified. Ah. And then Terry Funk gets hung up or I don't know what with a rope or swing. It goes. I think it said something like Sting swinging like Tarzan, and Terry Funk will make him Cheeto. I don't know. That was pretty. I was laughing. I think what happens is Flair puts Terry Funk figure four. Sting starts jumping on Terry Funk. Ah. And Terry Funk's like this. He's like moving up and down and stuff like that. And Sting like jumps on him again while Flair's the figure four. Muta get revives and does a chop at Bruno Sammartino, the referee, and Bruno ducks and he hits Muta. And then somebody hits Gary Hart. Towel goes flying up. That rule is that the flying is loose from the hand. They lose. Gary Hart gets hit by somebody and the towel goes up. So Flair and Sting and they automatically win the match. It was cool. Um, so now we're gonna go back to where Muta lost the title. Um, there's matches I do recall from WCW. They're reporting from Japan, and I think it's one Sting and Great Muta versus the Steiner brothers. I think Sting and Muta win. That was. I mean, that's cool. That's awesome. There's a lot of matches I don't know about, but there's some I do know about. I remember Jim Ross reports at the Tokyo Dome, Muta and Sting go at it, 1-on-1, and uh, Muta defeats Sting with a green mist, which was considered an upset, and then that is close, I believe. Where after that, Muta is gonna wrestle Lex Luger, and that's when Lex Luger beats Muta. By the way, the Lex Luger and the Muta match, Muta does shoot the green mist at Lex Luger's eyes, but he covers up and he's able to throw Muta in the ropes. I believe he does a power slam and pins Muta. And that's all I remember of Muta from there. And then later on, let's see if I remember, but then after that, NWO hits, and Muta joins the NWO, and when the NWO go in the ring at one night or something, Muta's there. After that, Muta, I remember he tags a Vampiro. I think they're the tag champs for just a little while, and I think that's all I remember of the Great Muta. So Muta, I know for sure he's a Triple Crown champion or something like that in Japan. He is WCW/NWA TV champion, and then oh my gosh, that's it. And I think he's wrestled around the world and stuff like that. He's probably wrestled in Canada and Mexico and all that. I mean, he was away from Japan for a long time, man. I think he was at least a year, maybe a year and a half. And at Starcade, I don't know if I said it, but he lost. He was undefeated, and then at Starcade when he went to tournament against Sting and Luger and Flair, he was undefeated. He lost 2 matches, and that's why he left. I think I said that, but I just want to clarify it. I love the Great Muta. I'm gonna say it one more again. What he do? He do the chops and the mist, and then he do flips, and then he would do spinning kicks. I think he do a kick to the stomach. I think one time I remember the mule kick. Jim Ross called it a mule kick. He had someone against the ropes, and he turned his back, jumped back, and he kicked with his feet. I mean, I thought that was cool. He does that. Somebody's outside, and he will, not all the time, but he does it sometimes. Yeah, the restaurant starts standing, sorry for the stutter rap. The wrestler's outside standing. He jumps the ropes and he lands on top of the guy. He does a splash. That's awesome. I think Sting did it once, but I've seen Muta do it. I know several times, at least 3 times. He's probably done it more. Too bad he didn't get to wrestle the Junkyard Dog. I think it was at Wrestle War. That's what they were supposed to wrestle. And I have told you mostly everything I know about the Great Muta. And if I missed something, I apologize. But there are a lot of matches I didn't see, whatever. So this is my review. Well, let me talk about this. My channel's new. This is my first video. This is my favorite wrestler, the Great Muta from Japan. I'm gonna repeat again. It's because I need to say something. It's because this is Pro Wrestling Classic. This is my first video. I wanted to grow. I am looking. I can't really find anybody right now. I've only found one person. This is new. I have a movie channel, but this is a wrestling channel. It's a pro wrestling channel. I'm looking for older gentlemen, and especially older gentlemen, to come teach me about older wrestlers. They're out there. I just need to find them. About the wrestlers that are from the 80s and from the 70s. Give me information I don't know, and I'm going to start researching more. But my thing is the NWA. I'm an NWA supporter. To this day, I'm an NWA supporter. I'm not too much in WWE, but I'll talk about it. If you're into WWE, you can talk to me about it. You can update me. And maybe if you get me interested, I will start looking up matches and see who's winning, whatever. I don't have cable though. So I don't watch. I can watch whatever's on YouTube. If it's on YouTube and you really want me to see it, I'll see it. I will talk about anything related to wrestling. Maybe even amateur wrestling, but I think we're getting more pro wrestling fans. This is my thought. This is my train of thought. When I see wrestling, there were fans in there, and then everybody was watching wrestling. That's the people I want to hear. People that do, and I know there's people that want to talk about it. I want to have your opinion, your take on wrestlers, managers, owners, everything Mexican related. Did I say Mexican? Everything wrestling related. I want to know. Let's make this interesting. Let's party. Let's get conversation started. Let's get streams. I will do live streams. I'll do videos. This is my first video on the Great Muta, and I will do other videos on Flair, Sting, Lex Luger, whoever's wrestled. We will talk about anything wrestling related. I know there's a lot of pro wrestling fans out there, and you're welcome to join me. And this is Classic Pro Wrestling. I might change the name later on. I might put something on Muta here, but I don't know if people are gonna like that because he's not an American wrestler. So let's just get it popping, man. Let's get this wrestling. Bottom line is, let's get this live stream, pro wrestling live streams going. Let's get people chatting. Let's get people seeing my videos, and you're gonna get something out of it. You're gonna be like, I remember this, I remember that, I remember, because I know there's a lot of pro wrestling fans. I'm gonna go look for you. Like Last of the Mohicans, I'm gonna tell you, I will find you. I will find you, and I hope you're interested in joining me in live stream chats. Talk about it. Let's go down that memory lane, and watch my videos, and then you can get updated and stuff. And I'm not like those other YouTubers. I'm not prideful and say, oh, we gotta do this and this live stream. We're talking about this. No, you can. When I do my live stream, you can interrupt me, and I will talk to you because you come first, and I don't charge for nothing. But this is wrestling is different. It's because in my movie thing, I do movie reviews on my other channel. There's people that charge for all that stuff, and I charge. I don't take super chats. I don't take nothing. Everything's free. You know. So hey man, come join me. It's free. We're gonna go down memory lane, and it's not about me getting a happy face. It's about me putting a happy face on you. You come first. Without you, I don't exist. Like Ric Flair, woo! When we get this live stream going, I'm going, woo! When I get people start seeing my videos, woo! YouTube is not paying me nothing. I'm not gonna get monetized for a very long time, so I'm doing this because I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this to get popular. I'm doing this because I want to do this. I always wanted to do this. I'm babbling now, whatever. So I better go. I don't want to put y'all to sleep. So this is the end. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry because this is the end of my favorite wrestler review of the Great Muta. I hope you enjoyed it. Keep watching it. I'm gonna make videos about other wrestlers, Sting, Flair, Luger, all of them. And don't worry, I will make these videos, and I hope I get viewers soon. I hope you watch it. I hope you enjoy it. Remember to put a smile on your face. Let's go down, like I said, let's go down memory lane. So, one more time, I'm going to say it, just so I can do it right, to do a good flow. I am ending my review of my favorite wrestler, the Great Muta. And my name is Alberto, a.k.a. Destroyer48, a.k.a. Subscribe for Nuts. Ha ha ha, got an almond tree in the back. I will see you next time. I love you guys. Let's get it popping, man. Let's get all the live streams going, the videos going. I will see you later. Bye.